It's official, y'all. There is a new world record holder. There is a new champion. Let's talk about Sakura new Vaughn. Oh man, just saying that name. I have to juice spit to get it out of my mouth. Ugh. Hang on. Get a little antiseptic in there. Anyway. I don't want to, and kind of can't divulge all the details of this story, because most of them are so unbelievable and so insufferable that for the sake of, not having an aneurysm, my brain is already blocking out a fair number of the events and things that were said during it. Most notable, I think, would definitely have to be that when this person first landed on the server like a drunk Thor with their pants on their head, the first thing they said was that there's only Paladin and Ninja as tanks. And I think because Rune Fencer isn't going to be here for a while, that one of the other jobs should be rebalanced into being a tank. And as I was reading up to this point, I was legit thinking to myself, like, yeah, like maybe make Sagan Third Eye actually be good. That would be dope if Samurai actually got to be the tank it was supposed to be and never got to be. But then they say, I think Beastmaster should be a tank, because it has all the killer abilities to intimidate enemies, and that would put it in a prime place to have a tank thing. And I'm just like, what? I'm like, so I just replied to him, and I'm like, well, it's obvious you haven't played here yet, because Beastmaster's in a pretty good spot right now. It's good for 90% of the content in this game. It's excellent at it. Like, Beastmaster doesn't need any changes, trust me. And then they're just going off on this stupid crap about how, like, oh, well, Dancer's too good, so that'll make Monk useless. And it's like, question mark? What? The hell does Dancer being good have to do with the efficiency of Monk? One's a support melee healer, one's a freaking melee sub-tank. They don't have anything in common with each other. What are you talking about? Oh my gosh, you gotta look at New Adventures. You gotta look it up. You gotta read it for yourself. Get some Cheez-Its. Get a 7-Up or a Sprite with tea in it. And treat yourself to some of the finest entertainment I have ever seen in Final Fantasy XI. Or anything to do with it, frankly. And you see, I really like to speedrun. I don't speedrun many games anymore, but, I got into it pretty early. Mega Man X4 and the Sega Saturn. I love speedrunning. I love the various speedrunning communities out there. I love seeing how far a game can be pushed. Personal opinion, glitchless, no out of bounds is the best of any kind of speedrun category. Once you've seen a glitched run, you don't need to see it again. It's not freaky or impressive anymore, and I don't really care personally. It's interesting the first time, but for marathons, just show people the game as they remember it without any of the glitches and out of bounds crap. Trust me, people like that more. But Sakura new Vaughn has definitely got to be the person who has set not just one, but 2 speedrun records for the Horizon server. They beat Jovestar, which has got to be, that's impressive in its own right. It took Jovestar one tiny little week to get put on tickets only. Sakura new Vaughn, 3 days to get put on tickets only. Incredible. Also, Azalin, he had my favorite comment in this whole thing was Sakura, look, we don't need these like loading screen tip memo things every 30 seconds. Like, stop, dude. Because seriously, they were just spouting random nonsense that had nothing to do with this server. Just trying to relate her retail, which is a different game at this point, to Horizon, and every single thing they said, trying to give advice to new players. And like, by the way, did you guys know that Dancer doesn't need to skill up? They said that. I'm going to repeat that for you. They said that Dancer doesn't need to skill up. I don't know what part of the Candyland board that they think is the real world that they are living in, but damn, man, pretty much nothing they said was accurate. And the problem with that is, like, we're not just talking about some goofball saying things that are wrong. Saying this in the New Adventures channel, where, understandably, there's a lot of people who never even played Final Fantasy XI before, and this is their first time experiencing it. So every single time this drooling, troglodytean dumbass has to pop in and say dumb, idiotic things like, oh, well, Ranger, Sub, and Red Mage, you know, they can proc end spells on their ranged attacks so your arrows do more damage. It saves you money. But the crowning achievement of the whole thing had to be when I told them that Red Mage can heal in Skyburn parties and kind of eclipses White Mage. That's the point when White Mages typically just do Cure Burns and KRT. And, you know, because Red Mage can do the healing in a Skyburn just fine. And boy, did they just lose it over that. They were so pissed at me for saying that they went on a holy effing crusade. Just paragraphs, bro, about how, well, White Mage has over 50 healing skill cap above a Red Mage, and they also have Protectra and Shelra 4, and it's like, you hit the level sync. The Red Mage PROC shells everybody. Then they hit convert, and they pop a Cure 4 on themselves, and then you go. Alternatively, maybe they don't convert and they sit down and they're like, give me 90 seconds and then pull. You think that inhibits a Red Mage from being a healer in a party? Oh no! I have to cast Protect and Shell on people every 30 minutes. Clearly, I can't handle this. So, they beat Jovestar's record, get put on tickets only in 3 days. At the end of that 3 days, as their tickets only roll is removed, and they can talk in the chat again, the first thing they type, and I am not kidding, I busted up laughing for real in real life. Like, I was choking, struggling to breathe for about 20 seconds of that kind of wheezing, just like that kind of laughing. Just, I could not inhale oxygen. I was in hysterics for a moment. As they start off with, gather round, children, gather around the campfire and let me tell you a story, so that I can prove that fake wrong about how Red Mage is a healer. You see, you guys, the White Mage, it has more healing skill, and it's just like, oh my. You got put on tickets only for the stupid crap you were saying that the mods even told you to stop talking about, bro. And after 48 hours of being suspended from talking, the first thing you start doing is talking about the thing that got you put on tickets only. And then they got put on tickets only hard mode. In a mere 5 days at this point now. Not only do they break Jovestar's initial record, but now they have broken, clearly, a server record of getting put on tickets only hard mode. And then, just like Jovestar making the inline threads during his tickets only so that he could keep talking. Apparently, tickets only hard mode did not lock someone out from posting a bug report. So, Sakura knew Vaughn, the legendary Speedstar champion of all time, posts a bug report saying that you guys need to fix Holy. It's too weak here. It doesn't do enough damage. And then the thread had a conversation go for a little bit. And then one of the devs, one of the green names, I was laughed so hard seeing an actual dev just realize and then say, "Oh, never mind. It's this idiot." What was it? Was that Connery who said that? Oh, I'm bad with names. Was that Connery or Trayson who said that? Bro. And then Sakura knew Vaughn achieved a record that will surely never be broken on the Horizon community's Chronicles of Lore, being put on tickets only and tickets only hard mode at the same time. Never seen that. Probably will never see that again. Within a mere 5 days. And having never actually made a character on this server. That's a legend, right? Like, come on. That is a record. That's more impressive than the 5-second, getting perma-banned from Club Penguin speedruns. You know what I'm saying? If you know, you know. But, seriously, what a legend. I refuse to believe it was a real person. A lot of people think that it was a chat bot. I think that it was a person who has been banned before and is just a raucous, rambunctious rabble-rouser. I think that's all it is, because my brain refuses to believe or accept that Sakura knew Vaughn was a real person. I will get an aneurysm if I have to accept that this was a real person who actually believed everything that they were saying. I refuse to believe it. Check it out yourself. New adventure channel on the Horizon Discord. Scroll up over the last 5 days or so and see for yourself if you think that this was a real person or someone going for a speedrun ban. Either way, it's legendary, and so it has to be chronicled. Thank y'all for listening. Appreciate your time. Hope you have a good one. God bless. I'm out.